You can't keep these people down, can you? That's a picture of Dame Alison Rose. She's the person who was found to have been gossiping about Nigel Farage. She was the person in charge of NatWest. She was appointed to a new position, but she was thrown out of NatWest, sort of on her ear, over all the business of whether or not NatWest should lend, should have given Farage a bank account, should have thrown him out of Coots, and so on. The debanking scandal, and part of the scandal was how she had been gossiping about the Farage situation with a BBC journalist. And you sort of wonder, what is the why would somebody give this person another big city role in Charterhouse in this particular case, when, I think it was only was it June last year, so a year ago, Farage revealed that his bank, Coots, was closing his account, and he got quite shirty about that. Other people revealed that they had been debanked, and Richard Fothergill said that the Yorkshire Building Society had closed his account after he had protested about transgender issues, and eventually it turned out the banks sort of fought back and said, well, we don't consider political people, we don't consider political ideas. But of course, the documentation proved otherwise, and Alison Rose was found being fairly garrulous with a fellow called Simon Jack, the BBC's business editor, in the Langham Hotel. And the Langham Hotel, that's the hotel just opposite the BBC, I think. And the BBC man, Simon Jack, published a story suggesting that Farage had fallen below Coots's wealth limit. Well, the only reason he got that information was because this person didn't know how to stick to the standards of banking, which is that their customers merit privacy. And she clearly wasn't up to the standard of running a bank, whether whether NatWest or Coots, doesn't make any difference. She's not up to the job. And yet she's, a year on, she's given another cushy number. And hoping, I suppose, that this will go without mention. But of course it's going to get mentioned, because we're in the middle of a general election and she is intimately connected to the Farage story. So here she is. Just so people don't think that I'm prejudiced against Farage, I'm very much in favour of his calling out the banks as scurrilous rats. Very much in favour of that. I think they are. I think they're up themselves and they've got too much authority and very little professionalism and honour, as exemplified by this individual. Farage was called by the bank in its report a grifter and a chancer, and he was branded as racist and xenophobic. It's got nothing to do with them. Their job is to process his money, or lack of it, and having given him an undertaking, I don't see that they have any right or opportunity to take that away from him, except on purely banking terms. So constructing a document about him should never have been done, and about his political views should never have been done. Constructing a document about his financial affairs and making a decision purely on that may be fine. But even having this other document demonstrates that they don't know what they're doing and that they are utterly dishonourable. And so the dishonour of producing the document, the dishonour of leaking confidential information to the BBC. This is all under this person's watch. This person's watch. And she has now been handed another cushy job in the city. To say I'm shocked would be absurd. I'm not shocked. I'm scandalized. I'm dismayed. I'm disappointed. I'm not shocked. Why would I be shocked? This is how bankers behave. It's only that I think probably we've got the wrong end of the alphabet for that word.